Hello everyone, very good evening to all. So in today's session, we are going to work with a contact form. I think at the starting of super global variables, we created a contact form with four fields, I believe, name, email, mobile. I don't know whether three fields or four fields we created. On the day, we are unable to insert the data. Now let us see how can we insert the data into a table. And moreover, so all of you able to my screen, right? Right. I got a small notification. I think you guys are able to see my screen. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, okay, fine. Okay, guys, now we want to create a contact form. Let us see how can we create a contact form here. Okay, right. Steps. I'm explaining the steps, guys. Based on the step-by-step program, we will learn this. Now, it is always easy if you can practice the programs step by step. Okay, right. Let us see. First step I'm writing, create a HTML form. Create an HTML form. Okay, create an HTML form with the fields fields with the fields. I want to take the following fields, guys. Name. 1 minute. Somebody calling. Name. Email, guys. 1 minute, please. Sorry guys for the inconvenience. Right. So now we have to first step we have to write create HTML form with fields name, email. This is going to be mobile, message. Just four fields is enough, guys. Okay now. So this is the form we have to create. Second step. What is the second step? DESIGN. Design the form by using CSS. Who will design it? See, this is all about a step-by-step program. Learn the program step by step. Don't learn the program line by line. So remembering, I mean, is it easy to remember 5 steps or is it easy to remember 100 lines of code? Keep it in mind. So I'm writing the step. We will write the first step, second step like this by using CSS. If you know, right, I'm not forcing you to implement the second step. This is second step. I want to make it completely optional. If you know CSS, you can write it. Otherwise, you can leave it. Okay. The third step. What is the third step we are going to see here now? Create HTML form, design the form by using CSS. If you know, third step is going to be validate the form. So on submit the form, we have to validate it, right? So on submit the form, validate the form. I mean, if username empty or email is empty, mobile is empty, message is empty or not, validate the form by using JavaScript, guys. I want to introduce this JavaScript a little bit here, not very much, just we will see the basic JavaScript here. Okay. Now the fourth step is going to be collect the form data. What we need to do? Collect the form data and filter it. FILTER, filter it. We have to filter or sanitize the data. Whatever the data you are entering in the form fields, we have to get it and we have to filter the data. I mean, what is the meaning? Why should I filter the data? So in the data you entered, there may be a chance some special characters, some miscellaneous characters, some SQL queries may be there. So I don't want to allow this kind of stuff here. So I want to filter the data or I want to clean the data, right? The next is going to be, fifth step is going to be connected to database, guys. I think we know yesterday we created a small file. That file just we can link up here. Now that's all is going to be done. Now after the sixth step is going to be, once you connected database, insert the data into a table. Already we have table, contact table. The data, we have to insert the data into table. And the seventh step is going to be finally a success message we are going to display. Can you see the 7 steps? Let us implement the 7 steps step by step. I'm sharing you this program the same. Whenever you want to insert the data, the same thing will be come there, guys. So I'm just sharing you this thing into everyone in the chat window and copy this information. Okay, right, I just shared with you and you can just go and check this. Okay, right, these are the 7 steps we have. Let me create a form quickly. Now first step is HTML, right? So HTML, in first step, I don't know how many number of lines of code you are going to edit. Let me save the file. First of all, contact.php. Let me save contact. Spell mistakes are there in the file name. Yeah, contact.php in your working location. Let us go there and see the steps and try to practice this program. If you can practice this program, tomorrow programs will be very, very easy. What is the tomorrow's program? You know, guys, yeah, registration form. How can we create a user into the database with by entering username and password and everything? This is the basic form before creating a registration form. If you can understand this, tomorrow's task will be very, very easy. You don't need to ask me. You can do the same job, right? Yeah. So anyhow, we will discuss it. Don't need to worry about it, right? Head tag open, head tag close. Just here, you can come down. This is going to be title tag open, title tag close. Here, we can write contact form. Simply, I'm writing something called contact form. Okay, done. This is going to be body tag open, body tag close. Just we can made it something. So let us have H1 tag with by saying that contact form. Now we have to create a form. Everything should be in the form tag. Without form tag, we cannot create a form. So see, I'm writing my code step by step. I'm not writing the code line by line. Remember this carefully. Always form method is going to be post. Always in HTML, open the tag, close the tag properly, right? So action, what is the action I'm going to provide? You know, same page. If action is empty, you are going to be in the same page. Perfect. Let me create a form with the 4 fields: name, email, mobile, message. Okay, let us see, guys, what we are going to do exactly there, right?
Yeah. Listen.
So all of you mute your headset. If anything required, you can ask me at the end of the sessions. Okay. So table tag open. So table tag close. So here, just I want to take tr open, tr close. Inside of it, I'm taking 2 TDs, guys. One TD is for label. What is the label for it? User, sorry, just name only. And one more TD is for to keep the input form field. Okay, just let me keep this into input form field. So now I'm going to write input type equal to text exactly. And for every field, we need to add an attribute called name, name equal to name. And I want to take ID this time. This ID is for JavaScript purpose. In PHP, how can we read the value of an input field? By using name reference. In JavaScript, how can we read the text box value? By using ID reference. Okay, so you can use name also in JavaScript, but anyhow, I want to go with this, guys, right? ID is also name. Exactly, I'm taking this name and name. Now just let me execute the file here. Localhost /8 p.m. July. What is the file you created just now? Contact, contact, contact.php. Everything we are writing inside the single file. That's why I'm making my file name as contact.php. Let me do one thing quickly. Copy paste for email, mobile, and message, and the submit button. Let me change the labels. Okay, copy paste it, but be careful. So don't do any mistakes when you're copy pasting. This is going to be email. You have to change the name of it email. You have to change the name of this is going to be mobile. Sorry, name is going to be email as well. Second, third column is going to be mobile, and name is also mobile. ID is also mobile. This is also mobile. That is also mobile. This is going to be message. Message is going to be text area. Let me take this as a text area. Let me change the label as message, message, message. This is going to be text area. Do we remember earlier we created a contact table? In that contact table, we inserted the data manually. Now we are inserting the data programmatically, guys, right? Let me take this text area name is equal to MSZ, and you can take any name, and ID is equal to MSZ. Exactly, done. And finally, I need to have a submit button. Submit button doesn't have any label. First, it is empty. Input type submit, and a name is equal to, within the same page, name is required. Let me have submit, and let me take a value equal to save. That's all. Now you can see I'm going to refresh the page. Can you see the form is created for you? The form gets created, right? Okay, once the form is created, what is the next thing, guys, we need to do here? Your form gets created. What is the next thing? What is the second step? First step is successfully completed, guys. First step is done. Now the second step is going to be design. You want to design? Yes, you can go for the designing. I'm not going to do any big design here. Just I want to make something very simply. Second step, I'm just going to add the second step is going to be the style tag open, style tag close. You want to add anything, let me write something called body. I'm just writing background color for the body. Background is going to be #EF. Some light gray color I'm providing to the background. Refresh the page. Okay, light gray. I don't want to make much design here. So are you a designer? Then you can go and make it something better manner. Okay, now at least if you need, tomorrow when I'm creating registration form, I will tell you one more way, little bit of design I will tell you. If you are interested, are you okay with CSS, then I will tell you. Otherwise, we don't want to make you confused, right? If you don't know CSS, leave it. If you know CSS, you can write it. It will be practice for you. Okay, but no one will question you, do you know CSS or not? One more thing, you want to become a full stack developer, then you should know everything. I want to become a backend developer. I just need to know PHP, HTML, JavaScript. You want to become front-end developer, then you should know everything. HTML, CSS also you should know, right? So keep it in mind. So the second step is also completed. Now the third step is validation. When can we do the validation? Generally, on submit the button after entering data, if you can submit the button, the data will be posted to server. Okay, within the same page, let me submit the data. Right, just above the form, I'm writing the fourth step directly. Wait for a minute. I want to check this. If form is submitted, we have to collect the data, right? So how do we know form is submitted or not? If we can hit the submit button, so we can understand the form is submitted or not. What is the name of the submit button? Submit. So I'm writing a small condition. If isSet is a function, isSet will verify whether the variable is set with value or not. This is a super global variable. If you submit the form, this condition will become true. Otherwise, it won't become true. Now I'm just writing submitted. I don't want to do anything. Just I'm writing submitted, something like this, guys. Okay, right, submitted. Now you can see, are you getting submitted message? No. See, without entering data, I'm hitting the submit button. Can you see the server it is submitted to server? No, it's not a good idea. So you have to enter some data, then only we have to go there, right? Exactly, very nice. So then what I need to do, without entering any data, if we can submit, I don't want to execute this. If we can enter data, I want to execute this. So how can I stop here? That's a question. Can we see, guys, how can we stop? See, on submit the form, we need to validate the form. If a form is entered with the data, we have to proceed. Now you can see there is an event in JavaScript. The event name is going to be on submit is the event. This on submit event, you have to write always on the form tag only. You cannot write anywhere. Just this event is only on the form tag. So on submit the form, you can see I'm writing return false or return true. Okay, you can see return true. I'm writing, just wait and see. I'm writing return true. Can you see? Now what I want to do, you can submit this. Now you can see you got the message submitted. Okay, now perfect. Let me go there. This time you can make it as a return false. I'm making this as a return false. Now you can see, go and refresh the page and you can submit. Now I'm just refresh the page and you can submit it. Are you getting that the submitted message? No, you are not getting the submitted message. Why you are not getting? So if you can set this return false, the form will never proceed further. I mean, how can we stop the execution by using return false simply? So what I want to do, if you enter the data in the form, I want to make it true, right? If you didn't enter data, I want to make it false. So how can we write the value directly here? We cannot write. So let me do one thing. I am creating one function with a name called validate or anything. The name of the function could be your choice, guys. Here I'm taking the function with a name called validate. So on submit the page, what is going to be happen? It is going to be submitted. So at the bottom of the page, just before closing body tag, I'm opening script tag, I'm closing script tag. Why we need to write this script? To write the JavaScript code inside a HTML page, inside a PHP page, we have to definitely write a script tag. Inside the script tag, we have to create a function validate. Now you can see I'm just writing the alert message. In this alert message, I am writing hello submitted. I'm writing simply submitted. Now you can see, right? Can we go and submit the button? I'm not going to enter any data, guys, here. Just I want to submit it, and you can see now whether I want to know whether the JavaScript function is executing or not. Now I'm submitting the page. Can you see JavaScript function is executed? After submitting the JavaScript, can you see you went to fourth step? But when should you go fourth step? If we can enter the data now, but we didn't verify in the JavaScript function whether data is entered or not, right? Okay, in JavaScript, in this function, what I want to do, after submitting the form, I don't want to go anywhere. This function should return false if the field is empty. Return false. What this function is going to return? If the text box is empty, this function will return false. So when you are submitting this, if it is invalid data written, what the validate function will do, it will give you either true or false based on the data you entered. If you entered data, validate function will give you true. If you didn't enter data, validate function will give you false. This is all about the JavaScript. Right, come down here. I want to get the value of the username, email, mobile. Okay, let me go and check this. So where I'm taking one variable in JavaScript, where name, you can take any variable here, no problem. I'm taking name as a variable. How can we get the value of a text box? Anybody, please? What is the value you entered in the text box that we want to collect in JavaScript, not in PHP? So how can we collect the value in the JavaScript, guys? All right, anybody, please? Exactly. So how can we verify this? Exactly, very nice. Get element by ID, right? Yeah, so I am writing the method document dot get element by ID. This is case sensitive method. Can you see get G small, element E capital, by B capital, ID I capital. This is case sensitive. You have to write as it is. This is the whole document. In this document, there are so many elements are there. From these so many elements, I want to identify an element by using its ID. So that's the reason we have a method called ID. Just pass the ID of the name, input name element. Now this is the ID. Exactly, you can check this. If you have any confusion, go and see what is the ID. ID is name only. Yeah, we are getting the name. Right, now you can see this is, we are going to get it. Now you need to know the value you entered or not, right? So then this is the variable you taken. Now you need to write a small condition, guys. Can you see if name dot value? Okay, let me do one thing. Console dot log name. Okay, this is whole element. Dot value is the attribute to get the value inside the text box. Okay, now right. After that, let me return false. I don't want to refresh the page. I'm just making something. Now, can we see exactly what is going to be happen? Just pressing F12 for checking the, see, if you have any errors in JavaScript, please check in the console. Even a small mistake, your JavaScript code will never work. So not in the elements tab, here we have console. If you have any error, it will show you error here and line number as well. I'm submitting the page. Now let us enter some value, test and test. Now I'm submitting this. Can you see the value you entered? We're able to print it here now. So this is exactly that. On submit the button, we're able to print the value. Now what I want to do, I'm writing some condition. If the name is empty, I want to stop you. If name is not empty, I don't bother. I want to allow you to go. So I want to make it written false. So if when name is empty, guys, right, I want to write an alert message also. Enter username, enter name. That's all. This is an alert message. After that alert, it will stop the execution. But here I won't write name dot value dot trim equal to empty. I mean, what trim will do, trim is a JavaScript method, string method in JavaScript. This is the value you entered. We can get value here. What trim method will do, is there any empty spaces in the name you entered? Trim will remove the empty spaces, and equal to empty, after removing empty spaces, is equal to empty. So then I want to stop you. But if you can enter the data, that is not going to be empty now. Now you can see I'm not entering anything, guys. Can you go and check this? Now what I want to do exactly, you are not entering. Now you can see alert message is coming, enter name. Now you can see, are you going anywhere? No, you are submitting again, you're not going anywhere. Now you are entering some data. Now you can see I entered data and you are submitting. Now you can see it submitted the form to server. Same, copy paste the same. Copy paste the same for the third field. Now you can see I executed one field successfully. I am going to take this as a where email equal to get element by email. Okay, exactly. Email dot value dot trim equal to now empty. So enter email. This is the message I just want to show you. So in the same manner for mobile also, I'm just going for mobile. Now you can check this. This is going to be MOB mobile. MOB I'm taking. Name of the ID is going to be mobile. And this is going to be mobile dot, sorry, MOB dot value equal to trim, enter mobile. This is exactly I want to do, guys. So I don't want to make it more. Okay, just I think you got the clarity. If you can able to work with one field, yeah, things will be easy. Copy paste the same thing, just change the ID and change the variable name. That's enough. Just we copy paste it and we're changing the ID, and well, that's enough. So this is all done. Now I don't want to validate message. If you want, copy paste the same, change the ID, change the variable name, enter message. All right, okay. You may have a doubt, sir, the mobile number entered is valid or not, 10 digits or not, email entered is valid or not. You may have a lot of questions. I don't want to make you confused by writing all the logics at a time. Tomorrow in the registration form, I will tell you these logics. Okay, right now just I'm giving you some intro. How can we write JavaScript validation? See, this is one file which contain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now we're going to write the PHP code. Why? Because on submit the form, we need to collect it, right? Always, let us see. You want to collect the data. Generally, how can we collect the data? Dollar name is equal to, just I'm collecting, guys, dollar name equal to dollar underscore post of name of the input field name. Okay, and dollar email equal to, you can collect this as a email mobile message. That's all. I'm collecting all the fields mobile, and this is going to be MSG. Let me take the variables also MSG. So or else you can take any variable there, no problem. MOB, I'm taking this just a simply mail. Okay, right, all the information I collected from the form. But is this data is filtered? We didn't filter the data, right? I mean, filter in the sense, if you entered any special characters, I want to remove them, single quote and double quote. If you have any HTML tags added in between this, I want to remove them. Is there any empty spaces you added? I want to remove them also. So at least this is the basic thing. So always what we need to do, let me write one function. I'm writing one function on the top of the page, filter data or sanitize data, whatever it may be, filter data. Right. So this is having a variable data. Okay. To this, we have to pass some field information. We have to return sanitized data. Return, just I'm writing the trim function. In this trim function, you are passing data variable. So what this will do, this will remove empty spaces if you have anything. After removing empty spaces, I want to remove the tags. Strip underscore tags is a method. To the strip tags, I'm passing the data again like this. Is there any slashes? I want to add slashes is a method. To this method, what this method will do, this method will add slashes in front of single quote and double quote. This is the filtering data method. That's all. I don't want to make it very big logic here. What we will do, whatever the data you are collecting, we have to pass to this method. This method will remove the tags, will add the slashes. I mean, if you have any single quote and double quote in front of it, it will remove the empty spaces. So then what we need to do, if you can enter the data, this is the way of collected data earlier. Now you can see, I will write one standard way. We can use this standard way forever in our application development. If you enter the data, collect it. So how do we know you entered or not? There is, I'm writing a ternary operator is set $_post of name. If this is a set with value, what we need to do, guys? We have to get it. Otherwise, we will send the empty value to server exactly. So what we want to do, we will get the data like this. If you enter, if you enter username field, we are collecting it. If you didn't enter, empty value will go for the database, right? So, but in this point of time, we will pass the data to the filter data function. Filter data function will sanitize the data. It will send back to you. This is the best approach of getting data from a form. So what we are doing, first of all, we are verifying whether you entered data in the name field or not. If you entered, we are passing the data to filter data. This will remove, is there any special tags? Is there any double quote and single quote? And is there any empty spaces? So, but if you didn't enter anything, so what I want to do, I want to make it empty. So empty value will be saved in the database. If you entered, the filtered data will be saved in the name variable. Finally, this name variable, we can insert the data into database. So this is not a good approach, guys. Here, now you can take this. I'm removing this approach. Okay, all right. So now, like name, email, mobile, and message, one field, that's enough, right? This is going to be a mail. This is going to be MOB, and this is going to be MSC, right? Just I'm taking like this. Change the field names also. This is going to be email, and this is also going to be email. This is always a good approach of collecting data. Check this step by step. I didn't write all at a time. Be careful. So if you want, you can recheck the video again and again when you're practicing. So it will be easy for you. Don't by heart the code, and don't try to by heart the code. That's not a good idea, right? This is going to be MSC. This is going to be the MSC, guys, right? So we all collected the data. Now it's the time to insert the data into database. But to insert the data into database, we need to connect it to database now, right? So we collected data. Fourth step is done successfully. This is the fourth step, guys, right? Fourth step. What is the fourth step we have in this list? The fourth step is successfully completed. Now the fifth step. What is the fifth step we are having here? So we need to connect to database, right? Simply we can write the function connect.php. That's all. Your database connection done. Now the sixth step. What is the sixth step we are having? So sixth step, we need to insert the data into database table, guys. Here. Now, can you tell me, please, what is the query I have tried here to insert the data into database? We have tried a query now, right? We have tried a query now. Guys, don't you know ternary operator? Okay, we will talk about the doubts at the end of it, right? Don't worry about it, right? So this is exactly the sixth step. What is the sixth step? We need to insert the data. Can you please tell me how can we insert the data into table by writing query? What is the query we have tried? Definitely, we can write insert query. There is a statement called insert, INSERT. Insert into is a statement. This is a statement we are having. By using this insert into statement, we can insert the records into a table, right? Yeah. So I can do insert query in two ways. This is the DML statement. So let us see. Insert into your table name. This is going to be the table name. Values, right? Now you can see, you can write value 1. You collected, right? This is going to be value 2. And value 3, and so on, so on. See, if I write anything in the capital letter, that is predefined. Insert into is a predefined. This is the name of the table. This is values also predefined keyword, and these are the values you collected there. Now you have a table, right? Insert into, what is the table name you have? Contact. That is the table you have. Values. So dollar. Oh, first one is null, guys. Why? Because you have ID now. In the table we have ID. We don't want to insert anything. System will take care. That's why you have to pass null. Second one is going to be $name. Third one is going to be $email. Sorry, I think $mail. Just you have the variable $mail only. So third one is going to be it is going to be, okay, you can come here. You can write the query directly. So there is a function MySQL I_query. To this function, we have to pass connection comma. The second parameter is going to be, yesterday we written select query, but this time insert query we have tried. So now you can see INSERT, insert into the table name. We have contact table, values parameter Inside of it, $name, one by one, $email, sorry, what is the variable name? $mail, not $email. So, and next one is going to be $mob, and next one is going to be $msg. That's all. First should be empty, guys. First should be empty because we don't want to enter anything. You can make empty like this, or you can make null value also like this, no problem, right? So up to here, this is done. I'm just checking my page. Okay, let me go there and let me open database also, localhost phpMyAdmin. Let us go and open this also, and let me check this, what is going to be happening here. We can write columns also, that we can see the second part of it, right? No problem. We can write columns and values, both we can write, but this is a short syntax I'm using. Tomorrow I will show you how can we add column and value mapping. So now you can see 8 p.m. July. So this is the table we have. And now you can see the columns, and this is the structure of the table. Order, what is the order you have in the column? The same order you have to insert the values. That's very, very important. Otherwise, what happened in email, mobile will be saved. In mobile, password may be saved. Something mismapping should not be there. In what order you have the columns, in the same order we have to insert the values. I inserted the same order: name after email, after mobile, after message. Okay, let me browse this. How many records are there? Can you see? Yeah, there are 4 records. Okay, let me go there. I'm going to enter some data on the form. Let me check this test@mail.com, some mobile number and some message. Okay, hello, something like this. Okay, I'm submitting this, guys. If we can submit this, can you see? Oh, form is submitted. Form submitted. I don't know what happened. Do you think whether the record is inserted or not? Can you go there? And I'm checking the table. Can we see there is a 5th record, guys? This is test@mail.com. Record is inserted. We understand that whatever the script we written, record getting inserted. Okay, how do we know record inserted or not? We went to database and we verified. What about the end user? End user will also access our database. No, right? We have to display a success message to the end user by saying that thanks, your account created successfully. Thanks, we'll get back. We will get back to you soon. Something like this we have to see, right? Yeah, definitely, guys. So in this point of time, what we need to do? We have to verify whether the record is inserted or not into the table. There is one predefined method, MySQL I_affected_rows, not num_rows. Num rows will be used when you write a select query. Now, what is the query you written? You written insert query. Insert means affected the database. So MySQL affected rows with connection as a parameter. This method will tell us how many records are inserted before the query execution. Now you can see earlier we didn't see anything. At least you have to display something on the screen, right? Now you can see I'm writing a record with a welcome and welcome@mail.com and some mobile number, and you can take something called hello or something like this. I'm taking. Now you can save this. Can you see you are getting 1? What is the meaning of 1? Browse this, record inserted, 6th record is inserted, and you're able to get 1. What is the meaning of 1? You know, 1 record inserted successfully. 1 record inserted successfully. And you can see there is a problem. If you can press F5, okay, confirm form resubmission. Unfortunately, I press F12. I am continuing. Again, I press F5, continuing. Again, if I press F5, what is this, guys? Do you want to, what happened? You know, guys, you can see, go and check the database. There are some empty record, dummy records. Can you see the same record inserted 3 times? Because I refresh 3 times, I continue. Now you can check this. If you can press F5, it's what about this problem? You know, confirm form resubmission. In interview, they will ask you, how can we disable this confirm form resubmission? End user doesn't know. He's refreshing, he's continuing, he's clicking on continue, 30, 40 dummy records inserted. In this point of time, we have to redirect to same page with a success message, right? Let us see how can we display the success message. Handling will be always will be like this. If the record getting inserted, I won't write one small condition here. Can you see? If the record is inserted, you are going to get the value 1. So if record inserted, so you will get 1, right? Either double equal to or triple equal to. If that is equal to 1, record inserted. Otherwise, record not inserted. And we have to redirect to same page with a success message. I want to use the concept called cookie for creating a success message. I'm going to create a cookie with the expiration time. I want to hide that error message after 3 seconds. Right now, let us see. I'm going to use the set cookie is a predefined function. Let us see, guys. I'm handling the success message now. This is the 7th step. Finally, the key success. If the record inserted, success. The message for this success key, key and value. Na cookie means key and value, right? So thanks. We will get back to you soon. We will get back to you soon. This is the message I just want to display to the user. After the third parameter is going to be the time, current time plus 3 seconds. Just, I mean, once cookie created, after 3 seconds, this cookie will be destroyed. What is the time? Current time plus 3 seconds only. Now, after that, I want to redirect to same page. How can you redirect to same page? By using header location. There is a property called header location. I want to redirect to same page. What is the same page name? Contact.php is the same page name, right? This is exactly how to do. If you have any error, now you can come down. I'm going to create a same here with a cookie name called error is a cookie name. Sorry, unable to submit your data. Try again. This is the message. I'm changing the key also. Sorry, unable to submit the data. Try again. This is the message we are going to display there. Same 3 seconds cookie and redirect to same page. So once a record inserted, page will cookie created and page will reload to same page. When it is reloaded, we have to collect the cookie information and we have to print it. Account created, thanks, we'll get back soon, or error message. We have to display it, right? Just above the form or anywhere, just above the form here or anywhere, we can collect the cookie information. Remember, whenever you are accessing the super global variables, first we need to verify there is data or not. So if there is data in the cookie, if success cookie is set with value, there is a function called isSet $_ cookie of success. We have to write always isSet. Initially, at the time of page loading, success cookie is set with value at the time of page loading. No, when success cookie will set with value, if a form gets submitted, then only success cookie will set with some value, right? Now you can see I'm going to print the value. Now you can see I'm taking a paragraph tag here for printing the same. Now you can check this. Just I'm going to concatenate this $_ cookie of $_ the success cookie is set with value. Yeah, we are displaying it. If you have any error, okay, that also we have to handle it now. Now copy paste the same and I'm going to have it. Now you can see this is going to be the cookie error. And if error is there, then we can display the error cookie. That's all, guys. So always one thing, remember, whenever you want to access a super global variable, I'm writing isSet. Can you see here also I written isSet if it is a set with value, and here also we written isSet cookie values also. Now let us see. I'm going to submit the data. Now you can see, let us go and enter some data here. Now you can check this, some mobile number and some data. I'm going to enter hello. Now you can check this submitted. Now can you see? Thanks, we'll get back to you soon the message. But if you can refresh the page now, will you get that confirm form resubmission? Now I'm refreshing the page. Now you are not getting the error message also, the success message also hidden. Why? Because the lifetime of the cookie you created is just 3 seconds only. Once 3 seconds, if you refresh the page, the cookie will be gone. Some people, sir, I don't want to refresh the page. The cookie should hide automatically. It won't hide automatically. If you want to hide automatically, you need to know JavaScript very well. In JavaScript, there is a concept called set timeout. There is a method called set timeout. By using set timeout method, we can hide the cookie automatically after 3 seconds, right? This is exactly you need to do, guys. Okay. Anyhow, this is great thing, right? So we are able to submit the data into the database. Yeah, I have almost all 10 records in the table. Yes, perfect. 10 records are there in the table, guys. This is how we can insert the data. Now you can submit this. I'm getting enter name. I didn't enter name. Let me enter name. Okay. Now I'm submitting this. Enter email. So if you are not entering, this is not going to allow you, guys. Now enter email. Enter mobile. Now I'm not entering mobile number. Now you can check this, enter mobile. I am entering some mobile number. Now message is not validated. Submit this, form will be submitted. Now thanks, we will get back to you soon. You can go there. That also will be there. Message is going to be empty in the database because you didn't enter anything in the message field, right? Yeah. So this is how we can collect the data, filter the data, connect to database, and insert the data into table. The same situation we're going to be implement tomorrow with a registration form. There we can cover most of the fields, guys. Check boxes if you want, radio buttons, select boxes, maximum of the fields I want to cover in the registration form. This is just a basic idea I'm giving you. If you can practice this form today, tomorrow's class will be easy to understand. Otherwise, simply say no. Okay, right? Practice this program today. I will upload to Drive without fail. Right now, you guys can carry on if you have any doubts. Cookies are used for many reasons. I cannot say exactly. Now we are using cookies for temporary data setting. Temporary data, not permanent data. So if you can set expiration time, cookie will be expired after 3 seconds, right? So now you can see, if you can refresh the page, the thanks message will be gone automatically. Why? Because 3 seconds expiration time, right? That's gone automatically there, right? Radio buttons I will show you in the tomorrow form. I will take gender, male or female, as a radio button that we can see tomorrow. Yeah, very good question. Vanita Sabale. Which code run first, JavaScript or PHP? It is a server-side programming language, right? First PHP code is executed. After that, your JavaScript. After that, HTML and everything will be executed. So then, sir, if the PHP code is inserted, remember, PHP code will inserted conditionally. This is won't executed at the very first time, guys. At the very first time, it won't get executed. Now you can see this is also executed conditionally. It won't execute it on load the page. On load the page, ESET condition will be executed actually. Because it's a server-side programming language, always server-side programming will get executed first. After that, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything will be executed based on the order. In this session, in this concept, I'm not using any sessions purpose is different. We can see the sessions in next session in the registration form. I think registration form also I don't want to use session. I want to use these sessions in the login form. Why we will use sessions in login form, you will understand the clarity. I used a cookie here just now for our simply saving data, simple data string messages. I want to save it into the thing. That's why I use it the same. Okay, you no need to use sessions for maintaining this type of simple data. It does not require actually, right? Right. The first steps I shared with you. First, try to create the form, design the form, and you have to try to watch the video properly and try to get something clarity. Okay, so don't be do something, try to understand. It will be easy for you. Validating, after that collect the form data, after that connect to database and the thing. So here I'm validating the data. Actually here we have ternary operator, guys. Actually there is something called, 1 minute.